we're also going to keep changing these as we go, and making up new parts. So let's go.
Okay. Before I start these strings, I want to surprise you with a thought, because you're going to see this point of intentionality in these strings, which is to say that what happens is that what is considered good often appears bad in dreams, and what appears bad in dreams is often good. And so when you bring your mind's thought that something bad in a dream is bad, it's not necessarily bad. It's just because the dreamer is perceiving things incorrectly, that bad appears good. Now often, good can be good and bad can be bad. But the tricky part is, and this is why you can never trust a dreamer, bad can be good. And of course, we want to run from those things that are bad, even though they're good for us. So you're going to see this a lot. And the first person I want to bring up is Jackie. Okay? I'm going to read the dream, and as we do the dream, we're going to have our players begin. And as usual, you guys can choose amongst yourself who wants to jump into it. Okay. I'm sitting on a bridge, and someone tells me, that there's a dangerous man nearby.
There's a dangerous man nearby.
Who abducts women and girls.
He abducts women and girls.
And kills them. I look down into the water and see a large container with green swirls float by. I see the man in the water by a big rock. He beckons me to come over to him. I am scared and run away. I hang out with strange-looking women. She looks like Yaya Binks from Star Wars. All she does is talk about how scared she is of the man.
I'm so scared of the man.
But I feel an urge to go back to the man, and I return to the pond anyway.
It's scary, man. I'm so scared. So scared.
I see him in the water under the rock. Lots of snakes swimming around him. He calls out to me as if he were drowning.
Help!
Wait, I don't think he says help.
I'm drowning!
I don't think he's saying that either. He's calling out. In what way? What does he say?
He says I'm drowning.
Oh, he does. Okay, you're right. I swim over to him. He grabs me by the hair and takes me down into the water into a big green container. Suddenly, I'm lying on my back on a stone slab in this dark red velvet chamber with candles everywhere. It feels like the cavern in Phantom of the Opera. I know I'm going to be killed. Then the dream switches and I'm no longer lying there. In my place, I see a beautiful woman in black hair and lying on the slab. Black hair. Lying on the slab. She suddenly jumps up and grabs a knife. She starts talking aloud, but doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what this, whoever. I don't know what's going on.
She stabs herself in the neck and chest, over and over and over. I hear her bones crunch. Blood spurts everywhere. She starts to faint. Suddenly, people from the upper world rush in and take the man away. I stand around and feel I want him back. Someone tells me the woman is dead.
She's dead! The woman's dead! She's dead!
And that's the dream. So let's start from the beginning. Replay the first part. I'm sitting on the bridge and someone tells me there's a dangerous man.
There is a dangerous man, and he has murdered children. He's killing people.
Yeah, stop there. Now, this is, I don't know how many years of deep work has brought you to the place where you're ignoring her. She's what we call pathology. She's been in her head your entire life, as you know, telling you what to do and telling you what not to do. And for the first time, rather than recent, you're actually ignoring her. So it's not usual that we ignore a demon. We would call it a demon. That typically, if you have a dream and the pathology is telling you something, you do it. And the reason why you do it is you've been doing it your whole life.
And I have a good argument.
Right. The argument is?
Kids are getting killed. This guy isn't safe. You better watch out.
You don't see it in the dream, so is it happening? Well, it's not happening. And you know it. So the maturity that you have learned in your outer life is reflected in your inner life, where you now know who not to listen to. Right? So now, I look down, I see this container, which is with green swirls over it, float by. I see a man in the water by a big rock. Now this man we call the animus. He appears in your dreams if you're fortunate, and he appears in your dreams in a loving way if you're fortunate. Of course, she's out to make him into the enemy, because that's what she does. She doesn't want the dreamer knowing that this guy is animus, that he is the beloved, divine beloved. She wants to discredit him and has her entire life. But she knows better. And the man beckons to her, and she runs away.
I'm so scared! I'm so scared! I'm so scared of the man! I'm so scared of the man!
And of course, this other woman,
I'm so scared!
this other woman is a part of Jackie that's been running her entire life. So you can switch this out, and you can demonstrate her for the audience and how it's been for you.
Oh my God, this is so scary. He's just killing her. You gotta stay away from him. Oh, you just can't get near him.
Now, why don't you say to the audience what it is, that how this plays out in the outer world? This type of fear and behavior.
Controlling everything, managing my world, having everything just be perfect and superficial and always underneath it, terrified of losing control.
Jackie, can you give a specific example for the audience from your life so they get the idea?
Managing my husband, controlling my children.
Like how?
What?
How? Like how do you control your children?
Telling them what they should feel, how they should do things, not letting them express their own feelings.
And how big are your kids?
They're now in their 30s. I mean, not anymore, but a long period.
Right, and this is the thing with the fear, the way you deal with your fear is to control. And when you're doing that, you can't be with him. So something is changing, because then this urgency comes up in you to swim back. And can you tell the audience what that is? Is that a new feeling that you're experiencing?
I just know I need to go to him and be with him regardless. Just go. It's just this feeling of tenderness and love that I feel I'm drawn towards to be with him.
Right, and it has become stronger than your controllingness and your fear. So I see him in the water, lots of snakes are swimming around him. Now snakes, of course, they have one job, to kill you. They poison you. And therefore, because we all need to die,